Hey, Aubrey, we are talking about IELTS reading today. Why are we talking about this?
We got a really good question in our community. If students in Three Keys IELTS are immediately admitted to our community as well, which is amazing. It's a very supportive group. I am in there answering questions, very active, lots of great questions every day. And we got a really good one from Fatima that we want to share and answer for you guys today.
So there are a lot of reading questions in her one post, and we're going to answer all of them, guys. So stay until the end of today's episode so you get all the reading answers. Okay, so if you want to be able to ask us questions at any time, what other course can you do that? Like, what other course do you have access to the actual teachers that made the course to ask IELTS
Right.
questions,
Well,
guys?
especially an online course, right? If you
Yeah,
take an in-person course, yes, you have your teacher there, but if you are wanting the flexibility of studying online, that's a lot harder to come by, right? That's why we have
totally.
this very supportive community. We want to be there supporting you every step of your IELTS preparation journey.
Yeah, so go to allearsenglish.com/KEYS and join us, guys. We are there. All right. So, Aubrey, can you read all of Fatima's question and then we'll sort of take it one by one answering each question.
Yes. So she said, "Hello, I started using the strategies of the reading module. I have difficulty in scanning. How can I improve this skill? And how to know while practicing that I am scanning and not reading? Is it a good way if I'm trying all types of questions all together for the same passage, or should I only practice each type alone for the first time?" I
Such
love
amazing
not only
questions.
are there so many great questions here, but just with the first sentence, you can see that Fatima is giving you guys a sneak peek into the Three Keys IELTS reading module, right? She's like, I
Mhm.
started using the strategies. I have these clarification questions. So you guys are
Love
getting
it.
to see a little bit what you learn when you're a Three Keys IELTS student for the reading exam.
Yes, and, just to let you guys know, a lot of our 3 key students have gotten 9s on reading,
Yes.
okay? So this stuff is, very good. Alright, let's get to it. So her first question, she says that scanning is difficult, how to improve, being able to scan. First of all, Aubrey, what is scanning and why is it important?
Yeah, so scanning, when you first look at a reading passage, we recommend you take just 1 minute to scan the entire article just to find out the main
You know,
idea,
that's
the gist.
skimming. That's
Oh,
skimming.
oh goodness, I'm thinking of skimming. Oh yeah, scanning's a little different. They're such similar words, skimming,
They
scanning.
are very similar. So, yeah, skimming is when you take a minute just to, look at the beginning of every paragraph, right? Get the main idea of what that passage is about. But scanning is when you're looking for something specific. You're looking for a name, you're looking for a number. Of course, that's easy scanning, right? Because those things are easy to find. Names have capital letters and numbers are numbers, so they're very easy to find. However, usually, guys, the way scanning works is like we look at a reading question, we underline the keywords, and then you scan the passage. It's not reading. You're moving your finger over the lines, just looking for a word. You're not reading every word. It's like you're looking for a picture of a word, right? So often we're looking for parallel expressions for a word. For example, if the question says nice, you're going to look for words that mean good, beautiful, pleasant. You're looking for parallel expressions for nice. So, yes, you are kind of reading, okay? But you're not slowly reading to understand the details. You're not slowly reading to understand the author's opinion, right? You're not thinking about what you read. You're only
Right.
looking for specific words.
That's the main difference here is the time that it takes. Or if you're
Yes.
actually reading for meaning, it's going to take longer. Whereas scanning,
Right.
your eyes are moving over the words, like you said, Jessica, looking for specific words or synonyms of specific words. It's going to be a lot quicker than actually reading those sentences.
Exactly, exactly. So there are 3 ways that you can scan, guys. If you are taking paper, you use your finger. If you're taking the computer exam, use your mouse. Use the mouse on screen, guys. So you can go left to right and scan. That means that you're more likely to read, right? Slowly. So I recommend trying the two other ways of scanning, which is just going from right to left. So you're moving backwards over each line. Again, just looking for something specific. Or you can go left to right to left, left to right to left. If you're watching this on YouTube, I am showing you with my finger. So that
Right.
might be easier to see.
Yes, and it's tricky. So Fatima is asking, how do I know when practicing if I'm scanning and not reading? If you practice both, once you find those keywords and then you're reading closely for meaning to actually find the answers, you'll feel the difference. Like, okay, now I'm reading word for word. I'm reading carefully here to actually recognize the answer. That's going to be a lot different than just moving your eyes over sentences looking for specific words.
Exactly. So you'll know if you're scanning and not reading because scanning should be fast, right?
Yes.
Scanning is faster than reading. And so like Aubrey said, like I've been saying guys, if you are scanning with a different direction, right? Make it obviously different than
Right.
when you read. I think that'll be better. All right, Aubrey, what's the next question we're tackling?
Yeah. So, next question Fatima is asking is when you're studying and figuring out strategies for specific question types, is it better to answer, one question type a lot until you feel like you have it mastered? Or should I still just be doing practice tests and doing all of the different question types for a passage?
Yeah, I so in the beginning, I think you should go question type by question type, just like we do in the course, right? Because every question type is a little bit different, right? You need specific strategies for each one. So the way we teach in the course and what we recommend doing guys for your most efficient way of learning is to study one question type at a time, right? Learn exactly how to do multiple choice, learn how to do true false not given, how to do matching headings to paragraphs. So study that strategy and then practice that question type. Okay. When
Yes.
you've learned all the question types, then you can do the whole thing.
Right. Once you're very confident with one and you're able to get all of those, most of those answers right every time, you're very confident with the strategies. You feel like you can do it without even thinking about it that much. Then you
Mhm.
know it's time. Okay, I've got this pretty well mastered. I can move on to the next question type.
Exactly, exactly. And sometimes, guys, I mean, this happens a lot actually. There's like one question type that for some reason just does not click in your brain. Maybe it's, yes, no, not given, for example. In that case, guys, if you're still not getting it, then go back to just focusing on that one question type until you feel
Mm.
more confident with it.
And this is common, right? A lot of
Yeah.
students will find one question type much more difficult. So don't feel like there's something wrong with you or you shouldn't be struggling like that. Recognize that a lot of students are in that same boat. Some of them they find easier and some are just trickier. And so don't worry about that. Recognize that a lot of students are going through that.
Totally. Guys, you can come to our blog, allearsenglish.com, and search for the question type that is difficult for you because chances are we've done an episode on it. Right. So come back to the
Yeah.
blog, allearsenglish.com, and just use the search bar, guys, and search for the reading question type that's most difficult for you. All right, Aubrey. So I think the main takeaway today is that reading strategies are important. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not enough just to know them and then go on test day and be ready to, use them perfectly. You have to practice. You have to practice each different reading question type with the strategies and really be
Yeah.
comfortable so that you are confident on test day and know that you can get those answers correct.
Exactly, exactly. So, we've given you a couple links here today, guys. Our blog is allearsenglish.com. Tons of free resources for you. If you are ready to invest in yourself and your future, check out our IELTS course. Go to allearsenglish.com/KEYS.
Awesome. Thanks, Jessica. And thank you, Fatima, for the amazing questions.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right. Good luck, Fatima. And thank you, Aubrey. I'll see you next week.
Awesome. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.